Hello, so we have started this lesson, The Enemy, written by Paul Lesbach. We have read the Data Sada Hockey, who was in his house. Suddenly, one day, when he was uh, outside of his house with Hannah, he notices that there was one person at the beach who was wounded. When they reached there, they found that that person was an American soldier who was wounded. So now Dr. Sada was thinking what to do because Americans were his enemy. So, but he decides that he would help this American soldier. बच्चों, theme of this lesson is humanity. War is between countries, not between humans. So such kind of concept Parlas Buck has taken, and Tata Sada was a patriotic person, but he thinks that as a professional duty, it is duty to help this person, and after helping this person, he will surrender to the police. He will surrender him to the police. That's why they bring him inside of his house, and they laid him down into the room of his father, Sadao's father. Now the problem was how to wash this. So Hannah did not want to touch this person. So she said that she will say this to Yumi. Yumi means maid servant, and Yumi will do. Yumi will wash this man. Hannah will not touch. So we must simply tell them what we intend to give him to the police, as indeed we must. Sadao, we must think of the children and your position. It would endanger all of us if we did not give this man over as a prisoner of war. Certainly, Sadao agreed. I would not think of doing anything else. Thus agreed. Together they lifted the man. And they lifted the man, and they carried the man towards an empty bedroom. It had been the bedroom of Sadao's father, and since his death it had not been used. Everything here had been Japanese to please the old man, who would never in his own time sit on a chair or sleep in a foreign bed. He is so dirty, she murmured in distress. Yes, he had better be washed, Sadao agreed. If you wish fetch hot water, I will wash him. So Sadao said, fetch me hot water, I will wash this man because this man is very dirty. So, but Hannah says, I cannot bear for you to touch him, she said. We shall have to tell the servants he is here. I will tell Yumi now. She can leave the children for a few minutes and she can wash him. Hannah says probably Yumi can do this. Sadao considered a moment, let it be so. Sadao said, okay, go and said this to Yumi. He agreed. You tell Yumi and I will tell the others. But the utter pallor of the man's unconscious face moved him first to stoop and feel his pulse. It was faint. It was there. He put his hand against the man's cold breast. The heart too was yet alive. He will die unless he is operated on, Sadao said. Considering the question is whether he will not die anyway. Hannah cried out in fear, "Don't try to save him. What if he should live? What if he should die?" Sadao replied. He stood gazing. Sadao said that his pulse is going down. So, and he needs operation, and if we will do operation, so maybe he die. So I think we must do our duty, that he must die while during operation. Down on the motionless man, this man must have extraordinary vitality or would have been dead by now, but then very young, perhaps not yet 25. You mean die from the operation? Hannah asked. Yes. So Hannah asked this. You mean that he should die from the operation? So Sadao said, yes, we must operate this person, and during the operation he may die. Hannah considered this doubtfully, and when she did not answer, Sadao turned away. At any rate, something must be done with him, he said. First he must be washed. He went quickly out of the room and Hannah came behind him. She did not wish to be left alone with the white man. He was the first she had seen since she left America, and now he seemed to have nothing to do with those whom she had known there. Here he was her enemy, a menace, living or dead. Hannah was knowing that although when she was in America, she was knowing Americans, but here all Americans are her enemy. So every American is a menace. Menace means threat, living or dead. She turned to the nursery and called Yumi, but the children heard her voice and she had to go in for a moment and smile at them and play with the baby boy, now nearly 3 months old. So Hannah went to Yumi. Yumi was playing with a baby boy. Over the baby's soft black hair, she motioned with her mouth, "Yumi, come with me. I will put the baby to bed." Yumi replied. He ready. She went with Yumi into the bedroom next to the nursery and stood with the boy in her arms while Yumi spread the sleeping quilt on the floor and laid the baby between them. So Yumi said okay, and first thing he did that he made the baby the boy to sleep in a bed, to make him sleep. Then Hannah led the way quickly and softly to the kitchen. The two servants were frightened at what their master had just told them. So Hannah went there. So Yumi was a servant and there was one old gardener, a male servant. But both were very frightened when Dr. Sadao asked them to help. So although they were very faithful, very loyal servant, but the work Dr. Sadao wants, they were very frightened. They do not want to do. Who was also gardener, who was also a house servant, pulled few hairs on his upper lips. The master ought not to heal the wound of this white man, he said bluntly to Hannah. So that old man, the male servant, he said that master should not heal. Heal means to try to heal. Heal means recover or to to help this white man by healing the wound. The white man had to die. First he was shot, then the sea caught him and wounded him with her rocks. If the master heals what the gun did and what the sea did, they will take revenge also. So, Gardner says, first he was shot by gun. It means gun also want that this person should die. Then sea waves were trying to kill him. If the master will help this man and heal his wound, so those means nature will take revenge against us. I will tell him what you say, Hannah replied courteously, but she herself was also frightened. Also, she was not superstitious as the old man was. Could it ever be? Well, too. So, old man was superstitious. Old man was believing this, that if he will go against nature, nature will go against us. But Hannah was not superstitious. Although Hannah was also very frightened, Hannah also did not want to help this white man. Help an enemy. Nevertheless, she told Yumi to fetch the hot water and bring it to the room where the white man was. She went ahead and slid back the partition. Sada was not there. Yumi, following, put down her wooden bucket. Then she went over to the white man. Then she saw him. Her thick lips folded themselves into stubbornness. I have never washed a white man, she said, and I will not wash so dirty a one now. Yumi also denied. Yumi says that I will not wash this white man. Hannah cried at her severely. You will do what your master commands you. Now Hannah was very angry. Hannah says, whatever I am saying you have to do. Yes, you are servant, you are doing here. There was so fierce a look of resistance upon Yumi's round dull face that Hannah felt unreasonably afraid. After all, if the servant should report something that was not as it happened, very well, she said with dignity, you understand, we only want to bring him to his senses so that we can turn him over as a prisoner. I will have nothing to do with Yumi said. I am a poor person and it is not my business. So, but Yumi said no. Although Hannah tries to make her understand that when this American will come into senses, they will surrender this man to police. But Yumi says, I have nothing to do with your business. I am a poor person and I will not wash this American. Then please, Hannah said gently, return to your own work. So Hannah said, okay, if you don't want to help me here, return to your work. At once Yumi left the room, but she left Hannah with the white man alone. She might have been too afraid to stay had not her anger at Yumi's stubbornness now sustained her. Stupid Yumi, she muttered fiercely. It is anything but a man, not a wounded helpless man. In the conviction of her own superiority, she bent impulsively and untied the knotted rugs that kept the white man recovered. So now she wanted to help that white man, and in this way she untied many rugs which he wore at that time. When she had his breast bare, she stripped the small clean towel, and Yumi had brought into the steaming hot water and washed his face carefully. The man's skin, though rough with exposure, was of a fine texture and must have been very blond when he was a child. So when Hannah removes her dress, upper dress, just like shirt, that was a uniform, means army uniform. So she removes a shirt, and then from towel which was soaked in hot water, she washed her body and her face. And when after washing her face, got the exposure, and then we know that her body was very fine, and it was made of a fine texture, and his body was bland. While she was thinking these thoughts, though not really liking the man better, now that he was no longer a child, she kept on washing him until his upper body was quite clean. But she dared not turn him over. Where was Sadao? Now her anger was ebbing, and she was in excess again, and she rose, wiping her hands on the wrong towel. Then, lest the man be chilled, she put the quilt over him. Sadao, she called softly. So she was searching for Sadao, and she was washing that person by a towel. Now her washing was over, so she tries to cover her body by a quilt so that she may not get cold. He may not get cold. He had been about to come in when she called. His hand had been on the door, and now he opened it. She saw that he had brought his surgeon's emergency bag and that he wore his surgeon's coat. So when she called Sadao, Sadao appeared there, but Sadao was in the dress of a surgeon, and he has also brought all the emergency equipments a surgeon needs. You have decided to operate, she cried. Yes, he said certainly. He turned his back to her and unfolded a sterilized towel upon the floor of Takonoma alcove and put his instruments out upon it. Fetch towel, she said. She went obediently, but how anxious now, to the linen shelves and took out the towels. There ought also to be old pieces of matting so that the blood would not run, and fine floor covering. She went out to the back veranda where the gardener kept strips of matting with which to protect delicate shrubs on cold nights, and took an armful of them. But when she went back into the room, she saw this was useless. The blood had already soaked through the packing in the man's wound and had ruined the mat under him. Yes, so blood was coming out of his body, and whole mat where he was there, the whole mattress was soaked with blood. Oh, the mat, she cried. She cried that mat has gone stained by blood. Yes, it is ruined, Sada replied, as though he did not care. Help me to turn him. He commanded her. She obeyed him without a word, and he began to wash the man's back carefully. Yumi would not wash him, she said. Did you wash him then? Sada asked, not stopping for a moment. His swift, concise movements. Yes, he said. So Dr. Sadao asked, who washed? Yumi washed him. So Hana said, no, Yumi did not wash him. So Sadao said, so it means you washed him. You washed him. So Hana said, yes, I have washed. He did not seem to hear her, but she was used to his absorption when he was at work. She wondered for a moment if it matters to him what was the body upon which he worked so long at. It was for the work he did so excellently. You will have to give the anesthetic if he needs it, he said. He means Sadao. Sadao said probably he need anesthetic. Anesthetic means anesthesia by which he will go into unconsciousness and he will not feel any kind of pain. She repeated blankly, but never have I. It is easy enough, he said impatiently. So Hana said, I should give anesthesia. So he said, yes, you should. He was taking out the packing now, and the blood began to flow more quickly. He peered into the wound with the bright surgeon light fastened on his forehead. The bullet is still there, he said, with cool intent. Now I wonder how deep this rock wound is. If it is not too deep, it may be that I can get the bullet. So there were wounds of a bullet and wounds of rock, because when he collides with rock, so rock also wounded him. So here Sadhav says that first I will check how deep is this wound is made by rocks, then bullet, and if both will work together, means if there will not be any deep wound, probably we will be able to help him. But the bleeding is not superficial. He has lost much blood. He says that he has lost much blood, so to stopping blood is not easy thing. Okay बच्चों, for today, bye now.